family. Welcome to my channel, Nurturing Birth, Nurturing Life, the space where we dive into all things parenthood, childbirth, home birth, natural birth, and the joy of reclaiming our birth stories, especially for my Black families. I'm Yayo, your friendly community doula, coming to you with over 9 years of experience supporting families here in Durham and beyond. But I'm not just a doula. I'm a mama, a wife, a community advocate, and someone who's been in the trenches of birthing, both in the hospital and at home. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're expecting, planning, or just curious about birthing options, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to take you through why understanding your birth options, like home birth and natural birth, is so important, what a doula actually does, and spoiler alert, we are not just labor coaches, and how we can make birth a time for joy and empowerment instead of trauma and fear. Trust me, it's possible, and I'm here to show you how. I'm here for you. And as a Black woman who's experienced both hospital and home births, I've seen firsthand how your environment and your support system can change everything. Okay, so let's get a little personal here. Let me tell you a little bit about my own birthing journey before you may want to share your own journey. I have 2 children. For my first birth, I had a hospital birth, and for my second birth, I gave birth at home. Let me tell you, having my child in the hospital was a learning experience. I walked into that hospital ready to bring my little baby into the world, but honestly, I truly felt like a guest in my own body. I mean, there were so many things going on at once. One minute I'm thinking they're checking my cervix, then next thing I know, my membranes are ruptured, all the white coats, the monitors, it was cold, the medical lingo. I mean, I was introduced Pitocin without being properly educated on why and what it was going to do to my body after being introduced. And that is where my trauma was introduced. And I didn't really have like an understanding of what going natural was. All I knew was that I did not trust anyone enough to poke around in my back with this fairly large needle threaded into your back. I understand that a lot of birthing families do choose epidural, and I am so glad that it is an option for birthing families to have, because some people just cannot tolerate the pain that comes with labor and delivery. However, I chose to deal with the pain, although I was introduced to Pitocin. Would I have done that again? Obviously not, because my second pregnancy, I gave birth at home. So let's talk about my second pregnancy. I did give birth at home, as I stated, but it was because after my first birth, I knew I needed more control over my experience this time around. So with the second pregnancy, I said, hey, I'm already in the birth working community. I know a network of doulas, a few certified nurse midwives. Let me just, call around and see what our actual options are. Like, how can I really make this come to reality? So I did the research and I found myself aligned with all of the proper people and became adequately educated. I mean, I had a certified nurse midwife, a birth assist, and my doula. Yes, a doula, had a doula. You cannot doula yourself. And that's what my doula kept telling me. She kept telling me no matter how much information I may be privy to, it is so hard to apply that to yourself. But needless to say, my second pregnancy, although both produced 2 beautiful, bouncing, healthy babies, one had emotional trauma. The other was void of all trauma. I had no physical, emotional trauma at all. None. I felt completely autonomous, adequately supported. I mean, the layers of support was just astounding. So I try to tell people home birth isn't about being brave or reckless. It's about trusting your body and surrounding yourself with people who trust you too. That gives you a sense of empowerment. When you have people around you who are trusting you to trust your body, watching you trust your body, that instills their confidence in being able to support you. And here's the thing. Studies show that planned home births, when attended by trained midwives, are just as safe as hospital births for low-risk pregnancies. One study published in the British Medical Journal found that home births had a lower rate of intervention and fewer complications compared to hospital births. So yeah, It's not just about vibes. It's about real safety and real choice. Now, let's talk about doulas and what we actually do and why we're not just here to hold your hand, although we do that too. And we do it very, very well. A doula is a trained professional who provides emotional, physical, and informational support to birthing people and their families. We're like your birth bestie, except we're trained in comfort techniques, birth education, and how to handle unexpected twists that may arise in your labor or pregnancy. We don't replace your partner, your midwife, or OBGYN. We are simply an added layer of your support system. So we are an enhancement to your support system. Okay? We are that extra comfort. When everyone's tired, you're in the middle of laboring, dad needs to go and get something to drink, he needs to shut his eyes for a few minutes, grandma needs to go use the restroom, you can also lean on your doula. And let's be honest, as a Black doula, I bring an understanding that's often missing in standard maternity care. I know that our people and my fellow community doulas know that our people have unique needs, questions, and concerns. We've experienced a history of medical mistreatment. So having someone there in your labor and delivery environment who looks like you, who understands your cultural context, who can bridge that gap between you and your healthcare providers or the rest of your birth team, honestly, it is truly invaluable. I felt so seen having a full team of Black birth workers. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, okay, let's chat about home birth and natural birth a little bit more. I know some people are still thinking home birth, natural birth. What if something goes wrong? Yeah, I know. I get it. It's not for everyone, and that's okay. But the fact is, the more you understand, the more empowered you become. And that's with anything. Research tells us that low-risk birthing people who plan home birth, have outcomes similar to those who birth in hospitals with lower rates of medical intervention. That is the main thing that I want to stress about home birth. It is without the added pressure of being presented with medical intervention after medical intervention. And it's not just about the statistics. Like home birth brings a peace of mind that comes with knowing you're in control of your environment, who's in your birth space. At times, you cannot control who enters your birth space when you're in a hospital. At home, you have a more control. It's your space. It's what you curate it to be. Natural birth or physiological birth is all about trusting your body, your baby, and your intuition. It's about embracing the power within you, not just trying to show that you can power through it. It's not about being strong or doing it all without pain, because let's be real, contraction, they hurt. But it's about choosing the path that feels right for you and having the support to do so. As Black women, as Black families, we deserve to feel confident, supported, and in control of our birth experiences. It's not just a matter of getting through it. It's about thriving in it. Although it may be painful, long, tiring, exhausting, you thrive. Whether at home, birth center, hospital, every birthing person deserves to feel safe, respected, and empowered. And how can we do that if we are not connected or aligned with the proper resources? But that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to fill in that whole void, that little gap right there that they just refuse to acknowledge. Oh, so oblivious. Eh? Yeah, no. So, why did I start Nurturing Birth, Nurturing Life? It's very simple. I wanted to create a space where Black families can access the information and resources we need to make informed choices about our birth and tackle a little bit about the transitions that come with parenthood. Because let's be real, it's not like those babies go away after we give birth to them, right? Yeah. And that's a whole journey within itself as they're growing up. And I don't know about y'all, but times are totally different. Parenting ain't what it used to be. We're all not trying to repeat mistakes of prior generations. So parenting really is not the same as it used to be. This channel is where you'll find evidence-based info real stories, and practical tips to support you on your birthing journey or your parenting journey. Each week, I'll cover everything from basics of choosing a birth team to understanding your rights in the birth space to are we doing sippy cups or straws? And I'll also sprinkle in a bit of my own experiences and humor because let's face it, birthing can be hard, but we can still have fun with it. Parenting can be hard, but we can still have fun with it. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Your birth is yours. You deserve to be supported, heard, and respected every single step of the way. You are your best advocate when it comes to your body and your baby, and I'm here to remind you of that. If you're ready to take control of your birth journey, if you want to learn more about natural and home births, or if you're just looking for some real talk and support, hit that subscribe button, share this with a friend, someone who needs it, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for being here, for trusting me, and for honoring yourself and your baby. I'm sending you love, peace, and empowerment as you prepare for your birth. Until next time, y'all, take care. Yayo out.